Let's try this analytical geometry question number 2, and there we go. Well, they give us these 3 points, they make a triangle, they tell us that this point M is the midpoint of C and B. But they don't tell us what C and B is, they just say it's H and K. They tell us P is an x-intercept, this line cuts through 3, that means Y is 0 there, we've got one of the coordinates. They tell us this is the angle of inclination bending up here, and it looks like it's going through the origin. Well, okay, if that's the midpoint, then if we take H and we add it to 2 and divide by 2, we should get the x-coordinate of the midpoint. In fact, that's how we get started. H plus 2 divided by 2 is minus 1. And K plus 1 divided by 2 has to give us 2. That's the midpoint formula. Just multiply both sides by 2, that turns into 4, that turns into minus 2. Subtract 2, you get your x-coordinate, H, of minus 4 for B. And take away 1 from 4, you get your y-coordinate, was 3. So there's the coordinates of B, minus 4 and 3. Now the next question, determine the gradient of AC. Well, this is a nice easy question because it's 1 minus minus 1 over 2 minus minus 2. And that's it, 1/2. 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 2. 2 over 4 is the same as 1/2. Okay, there's the gradient of AC. And the next question is just as easy. We've got the gradient. How do you get the angle? You go shift tan of the gradient. And that always gives you the angle because the tangent of the angle is equal to the gradient. Tangent theta equals m on your formula sheet. Now the next question's a little harder because they say figure out the coordinates of P. Well, that's the x-intercept. We do know something then. We know that the y-coordinate of P is 0, but the x-coordinate, let's just call it x. But hey, we know this B here, we figured it out. It's minus 4 and 3. If we could get this gradient, then we could let the gradient equal the gradient here, but using the x value, and that's kind of what you do. So the first thing you do is you've got B as minus 4 and 3, and A as minus 2 and minus 1. Just find the gradient. So 3 minus minus 1 over minus 4 minus minus 2, which is plus 2. That's 4 divided by negative 2. Hey, we've got the gradient of BA. And because they're on the same line, the gradient of PA must be exactly the same. So then minus 2 must equal the gradient of PA, which is 0 minus minus 1 over x minus minus 2. So 0 plus 1 over x plus 2. That's the equation we have to solve. We're going to get x, and we are going to get the coordinates of P, because we know the y-coordinate 0. So we just multiply there. We get minus 2x minus 4. We add 4, and we get 5. We divide by 2, and we get negative 5/2, which you could leave like that. I changed it to negative 2, 5, and 0. There's the coordinates of P. All done.